I dey salute all man wey dey watch this video. So today topic we will talk about hepatitis B. Hepatitis B na disease wey dey affect the liver. I think 2 weeks ago we talk about the liver, and this time I will talk about how alcohol dey affect your liver. So today I will talk about some disease wey na some virus it dey affect your liver, and then it cause your liver for get disease or for fail. So I will start this with a geographic distribution or areas and where they get a lot of hepatitis B. I will choose this disease specifically with a good reason. We fall among those countries, and for Africa where they get a high amount of people that they get hepatitis B. If you look at the geographic distribution, Africa get a high amount of people the way they get the hepatitis B, and then Asia, around the Asian region, they get a lot of people then too, they get a lot of hepatitis B. Unfortunately for Africa, this disease be very much ignored. In Amazonia or in Cameroon, the disease be very much ignored, and yet we get a lot of people them way they get the disease. And I will tell you how it pass from one person to another without us knowing, because we not take interest for follow up about the disease, and at the same time now disease where they end up killing so many of our people. So last week or 2 weeks ago we talked about the liver, so I will just go through the liver in a fast way. I don't like to talk about disease way and not talk about the organ way the disease they affect them, because then they like I talking abstract. So again, this disease they affect now the liver. So the liver, again, as I tell you last week, it is for your right hand side, just below your ribs, for your right hand, just below your ribs or your diaphragm, and then it is just on top of your stomach. Your stomach, now that place we chop the go rest for day, and then below that your kidneys and waiting they for down. So your liver they right up here for just below your ribs, and except man push your hand very deep inside just below your ribs, you're not supposed to feel man in liver just by passing your hand. If you pass your hand so if you feel man in liver, means they get sick, because it means it don't fat or it don't be big. That's why your hand feel them. Or else you're supposed to do a deep finger palpation before you feel man in liver. The liver, most books that they call the liver like the engine of a car. Like if man will be in a motor, you will consider the liver as your engine. Me, I call them the clearing house. I call them the clearing house because a lot of the function, the way the liver they do, it sort out things and then it give the good things for the body, and then the body they use those good things, and then the bad things the liver to send them out. So it is like clearing house. The kidneys too they do sometimes that kind of function, but the liver they do more. And like we talked yesterday, your liver is now one of the most important organs for your body. If your liver don't fail, you really in trouble. This other thing I say, when your liver fail, your liver not to just kill you right away because you don't fail. It cause a lot of complication because of the small work the way they do and for your body, where it go spoil you, so they go make you look so ugly, so they, because it go give you all this complication them way where you go even know and work and go outside, because people they go to look you, they ask us say, hey now what happen for this fine man, so what will happen for this fine girl now, because your liver not the work, it don't all that thing the way liver be the clear they could just be banana for your skin, and then you could just look funny. So liver not the kill, liver sick not the kill you immediately, it'll make you really suffer with the disease. So most books they will tell you say liver they do about 500 function for the body. Imagine 500 function, and then you lose that liver. What will happen for all that work where liver they do? So some of the important thing them as I tell you yesterday, where liver they do na say again, we chop, it go for where belly, the chop digest, then liver go take that chop, create different thing there for the, like liver go take it go create like protein where you need them for your body. You need them for make one of the things, the protein them, as man get plenty water for his skin, that protein where they inside that pipe them, it prevent water from moving from the skin to that pipe them or something like that. So if you don't get enough of that protein for inside your skin, now the thing that water they be plenty for your skin, and sometimes it go cause people to forget that big belly. One of the things that the liver they do, the liver they store sugar, so that they will chop in time, your liver go give that sugar for your skin, and then your skin go still feel okay despite the fact that you never chop. So it will provide you with the energy where you need them. The liver, when you don't chop fat for your skin, the liver again, it will take that fat, the cholesterol, remove them from your body. So when your liver not the work, you get over high cholesterol for your skin, where if you spoil your heart, because it go stain, it go shut down for that pipe then for your skin, and then your heart not go to work fine. Okay, so the liver they create your it take when your blood it don't break down, it release something they call as bilirubin. The liver go take them, it convert them to bile, then your bile now it change that fat for you, it mix with your fat for your skin, so that you fit chop fat and the fat fit go into your skin. Without that bile, fat will just float, because again I will explain to your skin have plenty water. So if you don't get bile, your fat will the only float. Bile they go mix with that fat, then you make them. A man take a kanwa and achu soup, or a kanwa and oil, and mix them. So now this not so bile they do. Bile they take that fat and mix them, then now it be the form where the body feel use them. So if you see that picture again, you will see the structure for liver. All things with the chopper must pass through your liver. Medicine with the drinker must pass through your liver, so it go through your liver. If you drink medicine where your liver not like them, like Tylenol, where your liver not like plenty of it, it will cause you problem, because everything must pass through your liver. Your liver they produce the thing where they make you, when you cut your skin, that blood will stop for not the flow outside. The liver they produce something when I go make that blood will stop for bleed. Now your liver it protect you, it produce some substance where when you get bacteria or you get disease for your skin, your body fight that disease for your skin. Now your liver they produce those things. So if you see a lot of things where your liver get to do for you. So your liver now one of those organ them or thing that where you don't need for the play with them. No make he get sick. The good thing I say your liver if it grow itself. So mean say if some disease go affect them, it go fight that disease, then it go grow, it go replace the part where that disease we don't affect them. So now the reason that way when you get infection for your liver, it take years before you actually get problem, except the one way now overwhelming problem, like let's say you take overdose Tylenol, that one a overwhelming problem, the liver not get time for recover. But the one that disease waiting for your liver where they chop the liver na small, it go take years before it finally actually kill you, because your liver they fix itself. When that disease come, it choppy, the liver grow, it fix itself. So constantly for years. So hepatitis B, when they talk say hepatitis, they mean some sick way it don't go make liver the sick. Now they call and say hepatitis, sick for liver. Then B, na some virus, also na some thing where you get them, then you go it work for your blood, then you go now for your liver, go shit down for the bikini chop your liver. They get book the tell we say we get hepatitis, you get that disease A, B, C, D, E, where you get them. So they all of them they get different way they're bad. The A one sometimes not be too bad, it is just recover, you recover from that one. The B one is really bad. because it really cause a lot of problems for we. The C one is bad, but we not get plenty C. C not the one for white man country here. Now them get that C, them plenty. We get the B, we and Asia. We get that B, them plenty. Plenty people they get that. Then the D and the E. D not the one way it, when you get B, then you go join for the. That D one they always come now. When you don't get the other one, then they need to join for the. So again, as some disease where it don't enter for your blood, and then when it enter for your blood, it goes shit down enough for it like for go shit down for your liver. When it shit down for your liver, it go to chop that liver small. Okay, so I will talk again. That I go to call and say hepatitis B. Okay, so you get 2 billion people, then billion people the way they be infected with this disease for the whole world. They get 300 million people the way they live with it, we don't be part and parcel of them. They call them, say they don't be chronic. When me say they get that for their skin, they work at them every day. Because like I explained for you, it chop you in a small. And then it take years. And when it finally don't chop everything, nothing no be remaining. Your liver go turn a stone. As I be tell you at the last I don't turn a stone now, and that's it. It's time to die. But it take years. So 300 million people them that they live with that chronic part of it where they chop them small. Then you get 1 billion people there that they get the infection for just 1 year. That's a lot of people. Or 2 billion people the way they don't be infected with the condition. That's a lot of people. Then they say each year you get 1 million people the way that they get a new infection. And out of that 1 million people, most of those people there, if you look down my map again, I put them, they mostly come up for Africa or they come up for Asia. Asia, you talk of China, Vietnam, and all of those kind of countries then. But most of them, they come on for Africa. 1 million people. So you imagine how many of we walk around with the disease. So, picture for normal liver. Liver, we don't see cow liver. Shining, dark, red, nice structure. Then when you don't start with war, it turns like stone. Okay, they call that hepatitis B, say silent killer. Silent killer, as I explain again, because they kill you because you don't take a now so for some man, then it kill you. No, it will give you some small sick like some fever, so then like some you just feel tired. You just sometimes some people they need to even go hospital. Sometimes some people they just say, oh, I be get some like some small cold yesterday, or even for back home we say, oh, we get malaria because all man is sick na malaria, so we get some malaria, but now you don't get that disease. But since the make you strong sick from the beginning, it will just make you feel bad. Then it come out, it go shit down for your liver. It begin to chop them small. For most people them, only very few people them when you day young, where if it may cause you problem. For most people them when you day young, it not really cause you problem because again you de grow, so your liver to degenerate or it regenerate, so your liver de grow. But as you get older, where that growth don't reduce, they grow again. Now that time that disease say, okay, let's see. Now that time you go chop that liver now, it turn them into stone, and then at the age of 50, from 40s, 50, 60, most people then they start get the liver problem. Okay, and also silent, because it be silent, it goes down after 6 months. So if you get that disease, where some man don't give them for you, I will explain how you get them again from other people. Some man don't give them for you. You 6 months, then you go for hospital, they test you. You get the disease. And in that beginning, they need to conclude say you be chronic. Because again, your body if you fight them, so they kick them out. But if after 6 months, you still go, they test you again, you still get the hepatitis B virus for your system, it means that you don't be a chronic carrier. Okay, so now how man they get that hepatitis B? Now, how will they get them for Cameroon? One, blood transfusion. So all blood where they want given for people, they get to make sure they test them, make you not get that hepatitis B virus. So you get to test the blood, make sure say that signal they before you give some other man. I know now most of the time you want give blood, you say family. When I get family, they feel bring blood, they bring family, they feel bring blood. Again, I know if you talk about knowing which they test about because I don't know. I hope they test them for make sure say that blood where your family given for you no get that hepatitis B. So because if the blood, that blood where they give you get the hepatitis B, they don't give them from you, don't take them from your family, they don't give them for you. For people that they work for hospital, direct contact with blood. So if you get some open area for your skin, as you touch that man, the blood will get that virus, so that's disease for his skin, it enter that your own skin, you to go get them. Or say needle, you choke that man injection, and then you move the needle, and then you uncap the needle back, because some people they stick cap needle, you're not supposed to cap needle again. So you choke man with the injection, you're supposed to throw that needle immediately. No play around with them. So you get to get they call them a sharp container. You get to get a container where you want to put all that needle, the one that don't choke people the inside. Where when you put that inside, no man of even reach for inside that container for move that needle back. They call it here a sharp container. But anyway, if you know you play around with the needle choke your skin. That's like nurse them or doctor the way they work for hospital, nursing aid. Any man they work for hospital, that need to choke you, that man be get that sick, it don't give up for you. So now the way that. Then for young picking them, for this country they do tattoo, where you see man go draw like a girlfriend for a hand with some thing the way they don't paint them, they make a tattoo for his skin. I notice they don't start doing tattoo for home. So that people they do that tattoo, that needle where they use them, because that tattoo you use na needle for make the thing for man's skin. That needle where they use them. So any man where they come for a tattoo for do a tattoo need for bring your own needle. So that when they finish with your own needle, they try. But if you go there, that tattoo parlor, it take their own needle. They say, oh, now we are only do this. We will use that for you. Deny. Ask them, make them sell you the one way they never open them. So you take that, they take that tattoo needle way they don't use that for someone where you get that disease for your skin, they don't give you. So you don't carry the sick. For white man country here, we get people them where they do a lot of these drugs, where they inject them for their vein. So they do like cocaine, heroin, those kind of things. So they inject. As you take that needle, where your friend don't put them for your own hand, your friend, if your friend be get that sick, you to take and you put them for your own hand too, for your pipe, where now go through your blood. You don't put that sick too for your skin. The other way we want to talk unprotected sex. So just like HIV, hepatitis B virus, they be transmitted through sex. So when you go get sex with man way, be wear condom. You get sex with he be get that disease, he don't give up for you. So if na woman way be get the disease, the man gets sex with he don't give up for the man. So unprotected sex na another way that they get them. The next way you get them, way this one could be a very important part where I will talk about more, because now so it don't spread a lot for Africa. Pregnant woman wey get the sick. So he get picking for a belly, he be get the sick. He get picking for a belly. The picking go dey fine. Because even though you get a contact between mommy and pikin when they dey inside belly, most of the time their blood not really cross mix. So because the placenta the kind of filter, their blood not the cross mix. So now how mommy they give them for a pikin? So mommy them they give this sick for pikin. So you get mother-child transmission. And I think now the most common way that way it make it be common for Africa and it be common for Asia. So the mommy carry the pikin, they reach way get to born. He born the pikin, you know, when pikin come out, it come out with the placenta. So you get to cut the placenta for separate the pikin from that placenta. During the placenta part of it, during the time where you cut that cord away from the placenta, blood mix through during that period. Now the only time that mommy blood, or now the most time that mommy blood cross, go for pikin. During the placenta, during the time when you cut the cord. So most of the disease where mommy fit transmit and for a pikin, they happen during the time where they cut the placenta. So they cut the placenta, that spilling of blood, mommy blood will enter pikin blood now. You don't give the disease for the pikin. So that's a mother-child transmission. So, the good news about hepatitis B, I don't know whether I need to talk this part here, but I will still talk. Now say, hepatitis B actually be preventable. It being a sick way be preventable. Unfortunately, again, like everything for home, for Cameroon, even though it be preventable, they need to take the measure. The government need to take the responsibility for make sure say it prevent the disease way. It be preventable for keep your own people then safe. Quick way for no say you get it sick again. Now you go lab test, then they check you, then they find out so you get it sick. Then they tell you the way where you feel prevent the sick, it dey. So I will talk when we reach them. So I will explain for now pregnancy. Pikin way mommy way get hepatitis B, 90% of the time the pikin way born and go get it sick. 90%. That is a high percentage. So it almost be guaranteed say when mommy get them, it go give her for a pikin. It's a guarantee. Because during the time where they cut that placenta, that blood they mix. Mommy blood cross into the pikin. Pikin don't get it sick. I know una go ask me, say then why the pikin no get the disease after no start get sick immediately. Like I don't explain for una, na slow disease. Pikin don't get them, he go walk away with them for years. That disease they chop the liver, chop them small, chop them small. Very few people that will show sign until maybe when they don't get their own belly too. If for some reason they want check them, then they could tell them, say, you know, so you get hepatitis B. You're like, what? Or when you don't start get older, then you start get problem with your liver. The only way we go show quick. Now when you do certain things that we will talk them again as we go for this video, we go show say, then you go make your own problem come early. But most people that they get that and they beat them fine until years afterwards. So if doctor knows say mommy get hepatitis B, they get to take precaution during the delivery for make sure say that disease no cross over to pikin. Okay, so how for this country for here they usually test all pregnant women, that's in the US here, all pregnant women. It's a law. In the first trimester, the first 3 months of your pregnancy, when you go see your doctor, you tell your doctor, say, Ade ubele. The doctor check you do ubele. One of the first tests where they go test and for make sure see the mommy not get the hepatitis B virus. The reason I say, when you stop mother-child transmission, how many percent you don't stop them? 90% of people them you don't prevent them, or 90%, yes, of people that you don't prevent them from get this disease. So you don't cut down the amount of people that they'll get for your country by 90%. So like I explained again, 90% of the chance the mother will give the sick for the pikin. So if you don't already prevent them from getting that 90% transmission, you don't already reduce the amount. In that case, you don't also reduce the amount of that pikin them where they will get the sick, then they will pass them for other people. So that the reason that they get a very low rate of the disease for a year, even though I'll talk about vaccination too as being one of the reasons why they get a low rate. But this method for make sure so you check all your women the way they get belly, for make sure so they not get the disease, may they not give their pikin. Now one of the most important way. And you check them for the time when the mommy the first 3 months for pregnancy. See, I get the picture for you, show that the advertisement that way Georgia they use. Georgia means hepatitis B can be transmitted from mother to child at birth. Test every pregnant woman, every pregnancy for hepatitis B. It's a law. Okay? Testing. Who they need me then test them? Generally for this country, now everybody. Every woman, you get to test them. Then every pregnant woman you get to test them. You get to test healthcare workers if they want for be tested. That one will be law. Now you go make that decision for be tested. But then they always end up being tested because when they give you the vaccination for before you want when you get work for this country, like Maui to work for hospital, hepatitis B vaccine are mandatory. You must take the vaccine as part of your job. So when you don't take the first dose of the vaccine, they will test you for see whether the vaccine be effective or not. So when they test you and then you get problems, so the vaccine will be work for you, then at that time they will tell you, say, you get hepatitis B. It not to prevent you from working though, but not the way to that way healthcare workers they get their test. So they need to mandate you say before you get work you must be tested. Not just because you take the vaccine, they get to find out whether the vaccine don't work or not. Country then when they get hepatitis B, it will be a good thing if the fit test most people then. Everybody. Since they get a high rate, they be in the red. Test everybody, then you start take some certain education, precaution, and everything for prevent it for be red all the time, so you not get that disease plenty. It's a lot of things so if you do. A lot of work, but it help in the long run. Woman they married man we get hepatitis B, or man we married woman get hepatitis B, need for go check himself or make sure say he not get the sick. So vaccine. I want to talk about the vaccine for pregnant woman. Because like I talk again, 90% now a big chunk number. So they get vaccine where they will give them for pikin as soon as that woman deliver the pikin. If supposed to do for home, we supposed to get that vaccine too for Cameroon. But I wonder, I don't know, maybe they get them. But so when the mommy be tested for the first trimester, the first 3 months, then they find out say mommy get the hepatitis B virus. They go monitor the mommy throughout the pregnancy. During the time where they deliver the pikin, precaution will be taken during the time that they cut the placenta. You cannot prevent it. You get that spill of blood. So after they cut the placenta, immediately, for CDC rule, CDC, now the people the way they monitor infection for America. For CDC rule, immediately that begin get a first dose of the hepatitis B virus vaccine. They go give them for the pikin. For World Health Organization, they say within the first 24 hours. After the first 24 hours, it's too late. So for America, you give them the first dose of the vaccine as soon as they born the pikin. As he come off for belly, they give you a vaccine. And then they give for America here, they give a hepatitis B immunoglobulin for the pikin as well. But like I say again, World Health Organization say 24 hours. And for World Health Organization, if you don't get the human immunoglobulin, it not really be, it not matter. The most important thing I say make the pikin get the vaccine as soon as pikin come up from mommy. You cut the cord, give the pikin the vaccine, or within the first 24 hours. If you never give the vaccine within the first 24 hours, it's too late. The bacteria don't work, and the virus don't work, go lodge itself for the liver. And then they say, no forget, the vaccine are 3 doses. So you get to follow up with the doctor for make sure the pikin get the 2nd dose and the pikin get the 3rd dose. 3 doses for protect your pikin. You know one way your pikin get that sick. Because your pikin go pass on, our man go the pass on. Family they die for liver disease. So how you feel prevent this hepatitis B? How you feel prevent them? Commonest thing, again, they make sure say they test blood before they take blood for one family member or for one friend to give them for another person where they sick. Make sure so you test and make sure so you don't get hepatitis B, because once you give the other person, you don't give it the disease. Second, no go put that tattoo for your skin where you no get your own needle where they go use them, your own personal needle. No share needle with another man. For healthcare worker, no try for cap syringe where you don't give injection for man, throw away them immediately. For America here, they get method where you feel automatically just click something on the syringe and you just cap the needle immediately. So that one for prevent all the HIV and hepatitis B. So it's no problem. You just choke man, you press something, just cap the needle. For back home, I don't know if they have it. If they not get them, they think that say get a good sharp container. As you give injection for man, you throw them for the immediately. Always use your gloves, especially for if you get wound for hand. We never say because you don't wash your hand gets some crack them, or you be cut your finger for house or something. Know the work, like for give needle injection or anything where blood go be involved. Put on gloves. Anytime you want to work with man with blood be involved, you get to wear gloves. Wash your hand, put on your glove, give the injection, remove the glove, wash your hand. That will help you for protect you from getting hepatitis B. Unprotected sex. Condom. No be shame for us man we no be your husband. Well, I guess if you don't be your husband, how often you go to ask is to put condom. So no be shame for us man we na your boyfriend or na your just recent acquaintance, or just when the one get sex maybe once, or you not trust the habit. Well, trust not even get to be there. Now your boyfriend needs to, you don't know you very well. You get to wear condom before when I get sex. You must wear condom. Good for the man because it will protect you if the woman get the disease. Good for the woman if the man get the disease. Condom must be worn. Young girls them, you follow man either for some reason or another. When I become boyfriend, he give you this sick. That's it, you're messed up. So no shame for tell man to put condom. You know one put the condom, then he's not worth your time. Okay. The other method, I don't talk about mommy pikin transmission. Make sure say the pikin get the vaccine immediately they born the pikin. And then for we adult people, we will talk to about the fact that we too need vaccine, we the adult people, and I will talk more about that. So for adult people, we need the vaccine. They get to do a mass vaccination. For this country, if that's for USA, if one man for house they will get the disease, all family be required for get the vaccination. Say how do they know say one man get the disease? For some reason he be the sick, he go for a doctor test it, a doctor find out say he get the disease, the doctor, by law, especially for Georgia, by law, the doctor get to report you for the Department of Health. Not for some form of punishment, but for statistic reason. And also so that they know transmission around family. So they keep track of that. So the doctor get to report, say, you this, that, from house this get that infection. So you go report them for the Department of Health. So the all rest of the family members, they can go either to the Department of Health or they can go to their primary care physician. They need to get the vaccine. Everybody get to be vaccinated. If the pikin they not be get the vaccine to the time where they be born them, let's say na papa get them, or even if na mommy get them, they still need to take the vaccine at this time. And the vaccine are 3 times where you get the vaccine. You get the first vaccine, you get the second one, and you get the third one. Make sure you take all your 3 vaccines. Alright, as we talk, hepatitis B not the kill you right away. It takes small. So some people then when they get this disease, their body get power where you go fight, it kick the disease out. We don't know who be the lucky people the way the disease they be kicked out, so they not go get them the disease. But most people them, hepatitis B be notorious for be chronic. Most people that they always end up forget a chronic form. Remember, after 6 months, you don't become chronic. Chronic means say that virus or that disease, it don't go sit down for your liver for day. It do it work, small work. They chop your liver slowly. So you be a chronic person and you are a carrier. Means a day for your liver, a day for your blood. When man pull your blood, so he go check them for lab, he look through the lab, he go see so you get that disease because they work for all your blood. So again, any man way for some reason careless with your blood if he get the disease. So you are a carrier. You do work with the disease, you don't know so you get them, but you do work give other people them. Either through sex or through transfusion or through different you give your woman give your picking them and so on. So it continue, the cycle they continue. No wonder we get that over for Africa. No wonder we get that over for Cameroon. Cameroon actually I be work for liver transplant where they give people then that organ, that liver when their liver don't spoil. And for they I learned say Cameroon are one of the people the way they get the highest rate of hepatitis B infection. And Cameroon are one of the country where their own hepatitis B is wild. When they say wild, the word not virulent. It's wild. So when you don't develop the hepatitis B, chances you go end up with liver cancer, it be very high. So man when you get that sick for America here, when you go for a doctor, you say I come off for Cameroon, your doctor they just snatch on you. See me every 6 months. The reason your doctor they hold you very tight. So see me every 6 months now because we will come off for Cameroon. We get that violent type of the hepatitis B where they always end up forgive with liver cancer. I don't know, many people they know of people that they get liver cancer for Cameroon, but they just talk say get liver cancer. Half of 90% of the liver cancer now this hepatitis B don't cause them for develop liver cancer. So we will see Cameroon and them plenty where they come and then they end up with liver cancer or they still get the cirrhosis. So you feel develop, so you get a hepatitis B, the virus or the disease they chop your liver small until you can't reach where they call as a cirrhosis. As I explained in the previous video, means your liver don't turn like stone now. In a year they do like 10% of the function. So imagine a liver where they do 90% with 500 function, it will work only at 10%. So you will get plenty problem then because you need to work now. So you after your cirrhosis, then liver failure. When you don't be liver failure for hospital, it's too late. Liver cancer is too late. Okay, so once they don't diagnose, say you get chronic, Because again, after 6 months they don't diagnose you get chronic, you get to be monitored by a doctor. Your doctor, you get to go for your doctor like every 6 months, or if your doctor say every year, your doctor get to go do some tests them, a check for make sure so your liver they fine, do some, take a picture, ultrasound or MRI, CT scan, make sure say MRI most often, make sure so your liver they fine. Then every year, so you don't be tied to the doctor by an apron string, because every year you get to go see. It be important say if you get you get the chronic form, make sure your partner be vaccinated against the virus. Okay, alcohol and liver. We last video be been about alcohol and liver, so I be explain to you now how liver fit clear alcohol, but it clear them with a lot of it use a lot of a function for do that. It is stress liver a lot for the clear alcohol. So the higher the amount of alcohol, liver the stress. So you already get your hepatitis B, where something they chop your liver. Then you take alcohol, you add them again for that liver way it first not strong. Now that one your liver they fail very fast. Most of those kind of people, their liver will fail very fast. So if you don't tell you so you get hepatitis B, avoid alcohol if you can. If you must, very little, moderation, because your liver already be stressed by a virus. You don't want to see me another thing the stress the liver. So man when you get the hepatitis B, if you drink alcohol a lot, you go end up with liver cancer, liver cirrhosis, liver cancer. Okay, get picture of chronic hepatitis, cirrhosis, and then liver cancer. So worldwide, the most common reason why any person they develop liver cancer now because you get hepatitis B virus. So like I explained, 90% of our people that they don't get liver cancer. If you check, they probably get hepatitis B virus or hepatitis B. So most of these people they end up with liver cancer. People that will be chronically infected with hepatitis B, they be 100 times more likely for develop liver cancer. That's a high percentage. High percentage. Those are they get the chronic liver disease again, they be a very high risk for develop the liver cancer. And as you get older, your liver not regenerate as it used to do. So now, as you get older, the chances say you will develop that hepatitis B, liver cancer be very high, or liver cirrhosis. What will be the complication for hepatitis B? You develop cirrhosis, liver cirrhosis, where the liver don't turn like stone, or you develop liver cancer. When people they don't develop this complication, they get the same thing like the man where a liver be destroyed by alcohol. So you get a confusion. Altered mental status. That's because your liver not work again. The thing where your liver be get to filter and for your body, it don't work. It not be filtered. It don't work go for your brain, and then it make you confused. So because liver not work again, when liver don't fix everything, it is send blood back into your heart. So because liver not work again, it don't turn the stone, blood they come, it struggle for go back for your heart, enough it go. So it go back. So instead for your blood for the go forward, only small amount they go forward, the rest they go na back. So this your pipe them, they grow big, they balloon. So if the man blow, you take small needle, so you touch and so it just burst. So these people then be more likely for vomit blood all the time. If you vomit blood because that something bursts for your neck, or you vomit blood because your stomach it gets that blood vessels them too for the feel burst. And the worst one way it do now that ascites. I call it the worst one because it spoil man look. It make you look really ugly. So you go don't lose all fat for skin, everything. Remember some dry food them, and then the big stomach. You dey like 9 months pregnant. Only water dey inside your belly. I remember that I be day young. When man be die so without big belly, so they used to say na witch. They say the man don't die na witch. Then they go put stone for a belly and all whatnot. No, they be surely get na the liver disease, which not be there for their belly. Now liver, it don't fail, so water they accumulate inside your belly. It make you like 9 months pregnant. Not be some witch day for day. So when man don't die, if you die for this country, for US, wait till they do now say they go take something, go take like a connecting pipe, they put them through that stomach, then they drain that water all out before they send you for go or when you're there for mortuary, so that at least it fix your look small. They drain that water out, then they send they fix your body, then they send them for family for take them for Africa in the olden days, and also they take stone put them for day, which doesn't really help. But that big belly not be witch. That big belly now because you live another worker, it don't water don't flow for your belly. Another thing now say you get your spleen weight now for this left hand side too, where you do work together with the liver, and because the liver not the work again, it choke it too. It too they try for do it working not the feet, so it grow big, so you get big spleen. And big spleen means say anytime you feel bleed too from that. And that yellow eye, it is hard for see them with black people, they must have been explained last time. But when you don't be bad, you go see them easy with black and with white man, because he go just turn gold. So you see them. So I get picture for you, man we get a big belly. The man not get witch. The belly it just get sick. We get one with the man we get a yellow eye. Okay, so now how do you manage this hepatitis B? So you don't already get you the hepatitis B. Doctor don't tell you so you get hepatitis B. How you feel manage them? Important, hepatitis B by now, up till now, no get cure. Hepatitis B up till now, no get cure. Asia, China, and US, they still work very hard for see whether they will find a treatment. They don't find a treatment for hepatitis C. They don't find a treatment for hepatitis C because now the one that will be plenty for their area. Of course, they will fix the thing where it affect them more before they start look about the one way other people then get them for other area. For this country now, hepatitis C be plenty. So they work hard, so they don't find treatment. Now people they take treatment for hepatitis C, they do well. So you get hepatitis B now. So you go for your doctor. Of course, now your doctor will do lab tests, them do ultrasound, tell you so you get hepatitis B. So you get to see your doctor maybe twice a year or once a year. Things the way the doctor will do like a physical exam for make sure say palpate that your liver for make sure say never really big and large so they cover the whole of your right area. It go do the hepatitis B markers. It go do your liver. Your liver gets some every organ for your body gets until it spit them out when it is sick. So now your own way they tell say at the sick or it spit something out. So the liver they always spit something out when it's sick. If your heart is sick, it will spit something out. Now the way they check them for lab for no say something be wrong with you. So you go check that thing with the liver they spit out because the liver they talk say at the sick or you go check them. You go check your blood count. You go do some imaging, means say if you do ultrasound or you do MRI for see what you thing where your doctor they look at now for see whether you don't develop cirrhosis, liver cirrhosis, or for see whether you don't develop liver cancer. So if you don't develop liver cancer, then they get to start monitoring them. So medicine then they too they don't approve them for person where you get hepatitis B. The medicine they just slow that disease where they chop your liver. So all they do now say they slow them. So if the TB they will run very fast or they eat your liver very fast, when you take that medicine it will slow them down. So instead of 1 year chop, if you slow it down for like 5 years chop or something like that. So the medicine will slow the action of that disease. So we get those treatment in that now, and they should, usually your doctor will do your test, then he see how your liver did, then he will make that decision whether he need to give you the medicine or he need for not give you the medicine. Most of the medicine now, they be very strong. When I mean say strong, means say not just strong for cure that liver disease. It be strong too for your body. When you detect the disease, when you detect the medicine, you really feel the effect for your own body. It will make you really feel almost sick, but it will help for slow down the disease. Get immune modulator drugs. Immune modulator drugs, we get interferon. You get antiviral drugs, which you get Viread. Some people, they go ask about herbal supplements. If you go online for computer or social media, they get all these different leaf them, where either Chinese leaves them or herbal leaves them or all kind of things, where they get claims about the fact say they feel help you for cure your liver, or if it help you for make your liver feel better. My only answer to these supplements, and I say it be very difficult for find out whether this supplement that they work or not, because tests, the way that they do them for sure say it be effective. You mean I talk like research, no they for sure say this medicine that be effective. And also for since this medicine them, this leaf them, they not be regulated by some law. They not be regulated by some law. Any company, they produce it on a different way. Some people, they put more of the medicine, some they put less of the medicine, so it's hard for tell which one be the right one and which one be the good one. And sometimes some of this medicine instead end up for damage your own liver instead for fix them. And also if you get on treatment, then you go to take all this medicine, sometimes go interfere with even the treatment where you take them. So it be hard for tell which herbal medicine be effective. The only thing I've talking I say eat well, take your vitamins, exercise, eat good food. As I talk, eat well for keep your body healthy. You just get to make sure so you stay healthy. So recommendation for the vaccination by World Health Organization and CDC. Say all picking them, they get to get the vaccine at birth. All picking them. All children aged less than 19 years who have not been vaccinated previously, they need to get the vaccine. So picking away, they don't get them at all, they need to get that vaccine now. So few years ago, almost 20 years ago or so, it not be mandatory, but it don't be mandatory now for people them. Again, I won't say mandatory, but it don't be like a standard now. We picking them way they less than 19, make sure so you're picking get the vaccine day. So why you go take the chances not get the vaccine, and then for some reason either during sexual contact or something you end up with the disease. So get the vaccine. People that they get partner where you get the disease, get the vaccine. You meet a new if you know say you be sexually active, get the vaccine. Talking about this vaccine, I really want to talk about our home, that's Amazonia or even Cameroon. How sometimes we really not value life. Every time I make this health education, it comes to my mind about how we not value life. We not really get a regard for life, and it explains the reason sometimes why we die early. I will go home after, as I explained for when I will work with these people that they transplant the liver, and they talk about this hepatitis B, how it be common for Cameroon. I go home with the determination, say I must make sure say everybody want know. I go tell them, go get this vaccine. Family members, I go tell them they go get the vaccine. So, for Bamenda, this happened for Bamenda. So, of course, I've worked for Bamenda as a nurse before I come for this country. So, I go for the health department for find out from them how people they fit get the hepatitis B vaccination. If I fit get some people them where they fit can get the vaccination, family members and friends and so on. My co-workers or my previous co-workers sit there and carefully tell me, say, they get the vaccine, but the vaccination or the vaccine don't expire. They get the vaccine, but the vaccine don't expire. Unbelievable. Something that precious. Most often we get that thing because World Health Organization they provide them for third world countries. They take them, they keep them, it expire. I ask and say something that precious when I keep it expire. Why? They say they not be get moto for go distribute them to the people. This is what I'm saying about disregard for life. Really disregard for life. Because I really know, say, they get TV, CRTV, where they spend all the time, they talk only about the president. If the CRTV be use this, somebody be go for TV, it put an announcement, say we get this vaccine, hepatitis B, when a disease where it kills so many people, when you hear that liver cancer, and because you not take that vaccine, any man we want the vaccine, make it can take them. I believe say most people that will use even their last 100 francs for take taxi for can get that vaccine. So in that case, they don't need transportation. People they for do one. Go for radio, announce. Education, announce. Say me they can't take her. But they carefully keep she down them there, say they no get moto and leave the vaccine expire. How many people then die for because of that carelessness? How many? They forget the vaccine. How many people they for be protected from just that? We really lack value for life. We be too nonchalant. We be too like, I will do now 80 now. We will do now 80 now. It's really nonchalant. People don't get to take responsibility. We get to take this responsibility. Why man not do everything for we? We get to take responsibility ourselves. But let me not go off road. So again, I will explain about the people that they get they need for take the hepatitis vaccine. Healthcare worker, now a mandatory situation for US. All healthcare worker, you must take the vaccine. That one be mandatory. And I hope we do that too for our country. When we get Amazonia, we can do that. Dialysis patient, I really hope, I know say that they do dialysis now for home, that's in Cameroon. I really hope say that they check everybody before they hook them for that dialysis machine, because one of the means where it is spread that infection most, that dialysis machine. Because you remember, dialysis, they pull that man, a person in blood, it goes circulate them for that machine, it clean them for the machine, then they put the blood back for the person. So that blood will come out. So if you get hepatitis B, they finish from that machine, they not clean them, they put the next person on that machine, you don't spread the infection. So people there they get hepatitis B, you get to test everybody before they start dialysis, so that you know how you would treat them during the process where you do dialysis. And people there they travel in and out of country, then where they get this hepatitis B. If you travel for Africa, since Africa they in red, they get the highest amount of hepatitis B virus disease. Get your vaccine before you go there, because one way or another it's possible you can get it. If you travel to Asia, if you travel to Cameroon, South America, get your vaccine. Okay, and we don't talk about mommy them small picking the way they just born them. You give them their first shot when they come, the first vaccine when they just born the picking, or 24 hours. You give them the second vaccine after 1 month of the first one. So you give them the first one 30 days afterwards. You give them the second one. That I talk for small picking they just born in. And then you give them the third one when they did 4 months. So you give the first one the day with the bunny, or within 24 hours. 1 month afterwards you give them the second one. 4 months afterwards you give them the third dose. You must give all three. Okay, for US here, they get a vaccine where they don't just, it will be approved in 2017 when are just 2 doses. So we get the one with 3 doses, so if you take them, and then you get the one with 2 doses where if you take them. So how you feel know so you get hepatitis B again? Just get the test. Go for your doctor. If you do for Cameroon, go for your doctor, talk for your doctor, say test me if I get the vaccine. If I get the disease, not the vaccine, if I get the disease. He go do lab work and he go tell you so you get them or you not get them. Okay. Things the way you feel do if you don't already get the disease for make your life be longer. Like I tell you, not die quick. It take years. But for you for live longer, you get to do certain things, and because now you get the responsibility for protect that liver where you already get something where it choppy all the time. So you get to do things that for protecting. So always go for doctor. May doctor check your liver. Check that thing where that liver they spit them out for sure say it is sick. They call them liver enzymes. May they check them every now and then, make you get an imaging, ultrasound, MRI for sure, whether you don't develop cirrhosis or liver cancer. Avoid alcohol. Not they drink alcohol. That virus they already chop your liver, you don't want alcohol for doing. Be careful with herbal remedies. Be careful with that country medicine that we go take them for country doctor them, because you don't know which one will be. Because again, you remember what we talk, everything where you put up for your mouth get to go for liver. Everything where you put up for your mouth get to go for your liver. So if you take some medicine like some country leaf where your liver not go feel clean them, it will just kill that liver. So be careful when you take them. Take vitamins them. Get your vaccine. We'll be talking about Tylenol and alcohol. So now to again a Tylenol, with man we get hepatitis B. Like if you get any liver condition, try for avoid Tylenol as much as possible. But if you must take it, take only less than 3,000 milligrams a day. Less than 3,000 milligrams a day. So 2 Panadol for morning time, maybe 2 Panadol for evening. That's 2,000. If not 500. In America, yes, 650. That's 2 for morning, 2 for evening. You could do that, but avoid excess. Eat healthy, fruits, vegetable, fish, meat. Eat healthy. Avoid raw food. That one I don't even get to waste my time for talk for people then back for home, because we rarely eat things that will be raw. Yeah, now we copy so many of our habits and too from white man country. But for white man country here, they like to eat that raw fish, raw clam, shellfish and so on. Because if you eat those things, you will get hepatitis A, and then when you combine with your B again, that's not good. We sabi keep we chop them. Sometime we know you wake up the next morning, you not even hot them, then you chop them. If mole like that white thing we don't grow on top chop, it don't grow. Most people they always think say when mole don't grow for bread, then you remove the mole and then you throw them. You don't remove the mole. No, mole they send roots them. inside the bread. They call it a hi-fi. It is send the roots them inside the bread or inside the cocoa or inside the yam. So that part where you see them for on top, so not just that part for on top. The real mold they inside the yam or the cocoa. So when you chop that mold too, sometimes maybe all mold, not all molds are equal. So one they know they're really bad, and when it choke your liver, it don't kill your liver. Reduce your stress level, protect your liver because that's all you've got. We'll not get means for transplant for a country, so that's all you've got. The good news again, remember, if you get hepatitis B, if you no fit eradicate the disease within 6 months, you don't become a chronic and a carrier. It not go kill you right away, except you practice those nasty habits where I talk. You drink alcohol, or you take a lot of Tylenol, or you begin to eat chop where mold don't grow on top, or you eat raw fish, or do those bad habits. You feel live with your liver for a very long time, but you need to be under the care of a doctor. Because the doctor will know when you develop a liver cancer, or the doctor will know when you develop liver cirrhosis. And then also the doctor will know when for put you under treatment. Maybe all my way get chronic hepatitis B, they on treatment. Because some people then their liver still be strong when they fight the disease. So when they check that speed where the liver is speed and because the liver is sick, they usually be normal. When they check the disease for their blood, they need to see them for their blood. Means they get them, but their skin still be able for fight the disease. Tell the disease that I can fight you. So that people them they need to put their treatment, they just monitor them. But the people the way when you don't go one day for doctor like this month, then doctor look at you see nothing not there. Your blood is shows so you not get the sick day you only for your liver, but you never did for your blood. It shows you your liver they fine. It go stay, it go leave you go house. 6 months afterwards, let's say you come back, your doctor want do and then he see that virus or that disease for inside your blood, then he go tell you say you need for start treatment because you need for slow that disease. You need for slow them so that may not destroy your liver. Because like I said again, when you don't reach cirrhosis, you don't go. Liver don't already turn a stone. When you don't reach cancer, you don't go. Very little if you do. For America, you can get a liver transplant. So talk that one I be been a part of the area where I be the work for them. So when you don't be so bad where you don't get a big belly, you don't get a yellow eye, you don't get all kind of complication, then they say your liver they the work now like 10%, 2%, whatever. Slow, very little. So they will admit you for hospital. So they put people their name according to stages for their disease and who first come, who first second, and all those things. So one day your name come up, then they will call you, you will come, then they will move. They will give you another person will be either die because of an accident. They will move that liver, then they test them to you not get the disease, then they will give them for you. They take that your own old liver, they try. Most people they don't give them that liver, like I talk, they feel it for 20 years with them. So they don't add you 20 more years for your life. And they always conclude this video for show now. Say, we always think say we need to go for America, we need to go for Germany, we need to go for Europe. I did talk yes, I did for America, for go see development. No, Africa countries and for Africa, they don't start move ahead. They don't start develop. We still they backwards. We used to go backwards. I get picture here for hospital for Kenya. When you look at hospital Kenya, you think it's a hospital for America. Now hospital for Kenya, Mombasa in Kenya. See the bed them. Beautiful bed them so. These are the same bed we use in America. Now who talks so enough sleep for a good bed like this one? I dey ask them every time I make this video there. Because I know they really understand what did it happen. Why would you take your own money to chop and go build big house and for bush? Bill them, no road no day for go for day. Then Bilan, they run come back for white man country because she don't for a big house for a bush. We need to take care of ourselves. Respect. Respect our own life. White man will start respect we too. Respect our own life. Treat our own people them with fairness. The fact that you get money, you feel fly go for white man country because your daughter dey for white man country for go get health. What about your neighbor? We dey below your house. We not get any daughter or son for white man country. You don't think about your neighbor, or you take only that money for go build a big house. When we start being aware, awareness. We'll talk about religion in this sense. People then think say religion only means say love, go praise God and so on. Religion is awareness. Awareness. Be aware of what is happening around you. When you be aware of what is happening around you, you go notice your brother where they suffer. You go notice that people there they go for that hospital where bed not even there for day, where they sleep for ground. People they go for hospital, they born picking sleep for ground. What a shame. I mean, we be human beings, we not be dog them, we not be goats, we not be cow. Think about your brother. Awareness. Not the worker they go for church every Sunday. Go sing. And yet the next time you not even think about your brother, you do chop the money. You do build big house them for village. And your neighbor them, they not even go for hospital because beds are not there for hospital. Let's think about each other. Let's be aware. Why do I not go can't fix our country for we? We go get to fix them. We go get to fix our country. And why do I not go respect we until we respect ourselves and we respect each other? Then they go respect we. See that bed then. Look hospital for Victoria. The hospital now since what year? I don't even remember self. It is rotting. We sabi bill, forget. When you bill, you find cleaners. You put up for day, that's job. With the social complaints will not get job. What do you mean you don't have jobs? Only mind the clean hospital na job that. And not be only one man. You don't already will hire so many people them only for the clean that hospital. You get married, they cut that grass them for outside for the hospital for keep the hospital clean. You get married, they fix the road for go for that hospital. Now job than that. You get person where they clean the toilet them. Now job than that. Well, you don't just create them, only as a name and so. Then that hospital will last forever. You need to build a liver is a bush. Liver, no man not they ever clean and you expect to last for long. It's not possible. You get to clean them. So my worker for inside hospital, you don't say the inside hospital, you need to go carry now sick for inside hospital because hospital dirty. Go for hospital, not even go for toilet for go shit. We can do better. We can. I think so if we do better than this. Alright. Thank you now. Till next time. Bye.